Mission Uniform, Town 1150 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, sky conditions scattered at 3,500. Temperature 13, dew point 12, altimeter 3021. Expect visual approach, runway 25 and east. I advise on initial contact, you have information in uniform.
Test. What's the dew point?
13?
No. What's the temperature?
Temperature's 13, dew point's 12. So
what does that mean to you?
Ground fog.
Yeah.
I advise on initial contact, you have information in uniform.
They got the transponder.
Okay. Tower of Mission Uniform, Town 1150 Zulu, wind calm, visibility 10, sky conditions scattered at 3,500.
One of the things I would recommend you doing,
dew point 12, altimeter,
rather than getting in the plane, starting up the engine, and then starting the process, do the process before you start the engine, because your bank account gets drained as soon as it gets up the oil pressure. That's just a little trick to save you some money. Okay.
Sounds good.
You're trying to build time, I guess. Start the engine and start building time, but to me it's more important to save money than to build time.
Where are we headed today?
Well, it doesn't really matter. We're going to go out and you're going to be not going to be able to see outside. You're just going to be watching the instruments.
Well, I need to tell tower something.
Now let's go northeast.
Okay.
Not real good.
Gwinnett Ground, good morning. Cessna 737 Yankee Echo at Aero Ventures with uniform. We're going to be VFR to the northeast this morning, ready to taxi.
737 Yankee Echo, Gwinnett Ground, runway 25, taxi Tango Delta, hold short runway 25 at Delta.
Runway 25, hold short of 25 on Delta, 7 Yankee Echo.
We've made an offer on a Piper Arrow.
Hey, all right.
Out of Gainesville.
Yeah? The doctor?
Oh, you heard about it already. Did I tell you about it?
Yeah, you told me last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he turned down our first offer, and that was to become an owner member of our club.
Uh-huh.
But he said that didn't fit his mission.
So just made an offer for...
So he made an offer to buy it for cash and then finance part of it for 1 year.
Okay.
He probably turned that down. He has it priced too low, and it's a beautiful plane.
Price is too low or too high?
No, he priced it too low.
Okay.
So we made him an offer at full asking price.
Oh, yeah.
But we want to finance $15,000 of it over 1 year.
Uh-huh.
And he might take it. But he's going to have to trust us to make the payments.
Right.
He doesn't know us, but he knows the club. I mean, he looked at our website. He met me, Todd, and Les Williford, who is the partner in the CPA firm. So I don't know if we impressed him with our credibility. He doesn't need all that cash. He's got another airplane he bought for like $300,000, a Marchetti, a souped-up Italian.
70 Echo, cross runway 25 Delta, turn left on Whiskey.
Cross 25, left on Whiskey, 70 Yankee Echo.
So he might take it. I just sent him the offer yesterday.
Well, hope so. Where are people getting their complex endorsements currently?
Oh, various places. Advanced Aviation has an Arrow that they rent out. downside is that this airplane has high time in the engine, although it was topped.
Yeah.
Did a top overhaul a few years ago, and it's only got 300 hours since the top overhaul.
For a field overhaul?
Oh, a top overhaul really can be anything.
Well, was it done at a shop or was it done in a hangar?
Oh, I don't know. But a top overhaul could be new cylinders or overhaul cylinders. But even if it was a lousy job of a top overhaul, the engine is going to run for maybe 500 hours minimum. But typically the cylinders last, on the smaller engines, and it has the same engine as this, but it's 200 horsepower, the 360. And the cylinders apparently lasted, I think, 1,500 hours. The original cylinders. Well, they weren't the original cylinders. The plane's got 3,000 hours. The second, probably the second go around. But it's typically the cylinders that go out before the bottom end.
All right. Controls. Pre and correct. Zero, we're level. Heading indicator set to compass. Fuel, oil, temperature, pressure in the green, we're sucking. Okay. Gas is both. Altimeters are set. 3021, 3021. Run up. Back to idle. Okay, trim. Set for takeoff. What we're looking at?
Like we're past due on oil change. 1437. 14.
That'd be 4 hours over. Interior, seatbelts fastened, shoulders fastened. Windows and doors closed and locked.
Nice one, cross runway golf, tower hold short.
Okay.
Golf, tower hold
Our
short.
prop is fixed, so we don't have to exercise it. Over to tower. Gwinnett Tower, good morning, Cessna 737 Yankee Echo. Run is complete, ready for departure.
737 Yankee Echo, Gwinnett Tower on course northeast, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 7 Yankee Echo.
Right turn. Okay, let's do an instrument takeoff. Line up on the center line.
2 seconds
Put
here.
these on. Are you lined up? Okay, set this.
Oh, good lord.
Set this on 250. Don't look outside.
Holy smokes.
Just watch that. Keep that on the center on 250. All right. Okay.
Wow.
full power. Add a little right rudder. Keep that heading indicator on 250. Don't look outside. It's unnerving, but no big deal. Keep it on 250.
What a tower, man. So,
Airspeed's alive, temperatures in the green, 60. Okay, we're pitching for 70.
You just did a 0-0 takeoff.
That is
Instrument takeoff, and you were right on the center line the whole time. You never varied more than 6 inches off the center line. Look over here. They're almost directly over the runway still. But you got to watch this instrument.
Yep.
You get all the information off of that. You're climbing at 75, perfect. Going to do a right turn out whenever you're ready.
past the end of the runway. What heading are we turning to?
Northeast. 030, thereabouts.
This is incredibly unnerving.
Oh, give it 5 minutes, you'll be fine. Just watch the horizon. Imagine the trees down there and houses, Lake Lanier straight ahead.
What are we climbing to?
3,000.
Okay.
There's that ground fog we were anticipating. And it could all of a sudden go IFR with the dew point spread.
Yep.
It could just go bang, and all of a sudden we're just fogged in. In fact, it looks like Gainesville is IFR. We're headed to IFR weather. Now look outside for a second and look at the ground fog.
Yeah.
That's not heavy. At least not right here. Maybe in some places it might be really bad. Okay, we're at 3,000. Go ahead and trim it up for straight and level. Don't look outside anymore. You're finished with your visuals. Okay, we're headed for that big tower out there.
go ahead and tower, man. It's 25, check complied. Moving on to the perimeter check.
That traffic out there. Traffic 6 miles, 1 o'clock. Below us, too. All right, let's get settled down at cruising airspeed.
Gwinnett Tower, experimental 1354 Juliet, holding short of 25, ready to go.
Number 1354 Juliet, Gwinnett Tower, course east, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on 25, for Juliet.
Okay, let's turn to a heading of 010, maintain 3,000 feet at cruise airspeed. Zero 10. not 100. 010, 10 degrees. Oh man, you're way too steep on the bank. Okay, we're headed right for that tower. We don't want to scratch the paint on the bottom, so turn to 010. Hold that heading, 3,000 feet. Fly this instrument, okay? This is your key instrument. You're descending a little bit, so trim it up. You don't need to look at anything but this instrument. Now you've pitched it up a little bit too much. Try to get it nailed so that when you're straight and level, the wings will be right on the horizon. You're 75 feet low. Just put the wings a little bit above the horizon, not much. Okay, there's your altitude. You're climbing a little bit. Now you want to level it out, get those wings right on the horizon. Check your heading. We're tracking. This is our track over the ground. This is our heading. They're a little bit different because of the wind. Let's turn left to a heading of 300. I'm going to do a standard rate turn. And this little pink bar here, when it hits that white post, that's standard rate.
Okay.
And you can tell whether you're pitched up or down by the center of those little wings.
Yep.
So when those wings are right on the horizon, you should be level in a turn. 300 is coming up. You're at 3,000. Roll it back level. Okay, take your hands off the yoke. Is it trimmed up for you? You don't need to grip it like with a death grip. You can fly it with just 2 fingers. Okay, let's turn right to a heading of 030. Standard rate. Now look at the sight picture, okay? That's your sight picture for a right turn. See the arrow up here is on the second notch. It should be just to the left of that second notch for a standard rate turn. The standard rate turn is 3 degrees per second. So in 10 seconds, how far would you turn?
30 degrees.
Okay, let's do a 10-second turn. Standard rate, we're starting off at 030.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let's time it. Let's see what happens.
Sundial 54 Juliet is
Go. Turn left.
10 miles west of the
Standard
field.
rate.
We'll be entering the left downwind
For 10 seconds.
31. Wider turn.
There's 10 seconds. Roll out.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Oh, that was pretty fast.
So it
Screwed it up.
should work out. Okay, let's do a 90-degree turn. How many seconds should it take to turn 90 degrees?
15 seconds.
15 seconds?
Oh, 9 seconds, sorry. No.
No, 15 would be
15,
good.
yes.
Let me just reset this thing here. Okay, we're going to start off on a heading of, what did I say?
Said 10 degrees, but we're at 15.
All right, let's turn to a heading of west. That will be 90, 100, 110 degrees. And divide that by 3 degrees per second. And that should be 15 plus seconds. 20 seconds. 20 seconds would be 60 degrees. let's do a 20-second turn and see where that comes out to be. All right, ready? Okay, go ahead and turn. Standard rate turn. Fly the instrument. Hit your altitude. Standard rate, we're at 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Roll it out. And we are at 320. That worked out pretty good. About
With a tower, Cessna 737 with X-ray.
Okay, we're right over at Gainesville Airport.
737 Whiskey X-ray, about 8 to your east-southeast, transition westbound south the airport to PDK at 2,500.
Okay, let's do a right turn
021,
let's get established and heading in north. Okay. So turn north, and then we're going to do a 180-degree turn to heading south. Get established, straight and level and north. And we're going to make it.
So 135 when they tell you ready?
Not quite yet.
180 degrees should be
2 minutes on the ground.
1 minute. Okay.
Let me know when you're ready. I do have your release.
So let's do a 1 minute turn to the right. Get established on north. Ready? Mark, get set, go. Try to maintain your altitude and your rate. You're a little bit fast on the turn, so get it back down to the. Make it look right up here on that little pointer, just to the left of that hash mark. Okay, in 1 minute we should be heading south, and we're at 30 seconds right now, and we should be heading east. We're a little bit fast on the turn, so take out some of the bank, just a little bit of the bank, and hold that for the rest of the time. Okay, we got 45 seconds now. Keep it turning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Roll it out. You're right on your heading. That's a timed turn, standard rate time turn. How do you feel about that? No big deal.
Sounds like a great way to get yourself out of inadvertent IMC.
It is, timing your turns. If they say turn 90 degrees to the left, you just turn, do a timed turn. If you get back on heading south, and let's do a climbing, straight ahead climb from 3,000 to 3,500, climbing at 500 feet per minute for 1 minute. And then when we get to 1 minute, we'll pull the power back to 1,600 and we'll descend at 500 feet a minute for 1 minute. So in 2 minutes, we'll go from 3,000 to 3,500 back to 3,000 on heading south. Okay, get established at cruise at a reasonable cruise speed. Let's slow it down to like 90. Pull the power back about 100 RPM.
South Hotel, turn left heading 160, runway 25 for takeoff.
160 on the heading up to 325.
And get level at 3,000. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to put the power in almost full power, not quite. And you're going to climb at 500 feet a minute, heading south to 3,500 in 1 minute. Okay? So get established and heading south, 3,000. Everything's going to work out for you. headed right for that tower. Boy, I hate that. Turn left to south. Left. 10 degrees, we'll miss that tower by a little bit. Okay, that's good. You're heading south. Right, that tower is passing off to our right. We already saw it, lady.
Oscar Hotel, contact line departure, safe flight.
Over to departure. Good day. 50 Hotel.
Okay, get established at 3,000. Heading south, 90 knots. And whenever you're ready, we're going to start a climb. You're going to push the power into 2,400. You're going to climb at 500 feet a minute for 1 minute. Tell me when you're ready. I'll start the clock. You're a little low. All right.
There's that.
Go. 2,400, 500 feet a minute. Watch your heading. And you're going to be at 250 feet at 30 seconds. So we got 15 seconds here. Keep climbing. Get that sight picture. That's about the right sight picture. Less than 10 degrees pitch up. Okay, we got 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 30 seconds, you're at 250 feet. Keep climbing. Maintain that sight picture. Watch your heading. When we get to 1 minute, we're going to be at 3,500 feet. And then when we get to 1 minute, you're going to reduce the power down to 1,600. And we're going to drop the nose below the horizon or just right on the horizon. We're going to descend. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yank it back. 1,600. Get your sight picture for descent. Okay, not that bad. Bring the nose back up. Get it right on the horizon. Get back on your heading. A little bit lower, right on the horizon. That should give you 500 feet per minute rate of descent. Okay, and we're going to be at 250 feet when we get to 30 seconds. And 7, 8, 9, 30 seconds, we're right on. Maintain that picture. Maintain your heading. We're coming down. 500 feet a minute. Okay, we got 45 seconds. Got to come down another 15 seconds, 150 feet. Maintain the sight picture. Okay, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, we did it. Okay, relax and enjoy your day. We're back to straight and level cruise.
And Tower 7, Whiskey X-ray, we're clear westbound.
Whiskey X-ray, free change, proof, safe flight.
Whiskey X-ray, thank you. We'll talk to you this afternoon.
You're doing good.
It's a different reality.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's precision flying without reference to the real horizon. This has to be real. Keep the blue side up. All right, let's do that one more time. Whenever you're ready. There's 3,000. Tell me when you're ready to go.
Oh.
Okay. Your clock started. We're looking for heading south, and we're looking for 250 feet when we get to 30 seconds. And it's got to have that right sight picture. You got a little bit too much power in there. I'll pull it back about 100 RPM. There's 30 seconds at 250 feet. You're right on. Maintain that sight picture. Get the pitch back where it's supposed to be. You're a little bit nose low. Okay, we got 50 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You're 25 feet low. Okay, pull the power back. 1600. Lower your nose. Get the sight picture. Now we're looking for 250 feet. Oh, you got off your heading.
Yeah.
250 feet at 30 seconds. Not coming down quite fast enough. So pitch your nose a little bit forward. And now you're going to have to make up the difference by increasing your airspeed and maybe reducing your power a little tiny bit. Okay, we got 10 seconds. Right now, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, there's 3,000. Pick your nose back up and put the power back into cruise. Maintain 3,000. Okay, that's it forces you to use all your instruments and the clock. All your instruments are right there. Alrighty, let's, now that was just an introductory maneuver. The real maneuver, you start out, you climb at 500 feet a minute, and descend for 500 feet a minute for 1 minute. Then you go continuously, you climb at 400 feet a minute and descend at 400 feet a minute. You have to work everything out. Then you go 300 feet a minute, down 300 feet a minute, up 200 feet a minute, down 200 feet a minute. And the 200 foot a minute climb is more difficult than anything else. And your power adjustment is going to be finer at 200 feet a minute.
Yeah.
You're going to go, as you start out, you go to 2,400 for 500 feet a minute, down to 16, then up to 2,300, down to 18, and then up to 2,200, and down to 19, and pretty soon you only have a 200 RPM spread at 200 feet a minute. Then we introduce a turn into the maneuver. Okay? Let's try it, and I don't know where we are. We're lost. Towers all over the place here. You can see them when the strobe lights are on. But at 3,000 feet, we're fine. Okay. Let's do we'll do the same maneuver, and the second time we're going to do it 400 feet a minute and descend at 400 feet a minute. So it's going to be a 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 4 minutes for the maneuver. Okay, and whenever you're ready.
Ready?
Okay, let's go. There's your power in, climbing at that sight picture. Get that sight picture nailed. And we're looking for 250 feet, 30 seconds. Alright, there's 37 seconds. We're a little bit slow on the climb, so adjust your pitch just slightly, a little higher, so that we end up at 3,500 feet at 1 minute. Okay, got your heading nailed, and there's your time. Okay, now pull the power back to 1600. Get on your sight picture.
442 Mike Whiskey, north ramp with the uniform, request Yankee.
We got 442 Mike Whiskey, Gwinnett Tower.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that sight picture is good. Not too much nose up. They're right on the horizon, maybe 1 bar width below the horizon. Yeah, that's 2 bar width. There you go. Okay, there's 30 seconds at 250 feet. Coming down, you got to turn left a tiny bit to get on your heading. Okay, we got 45 seconds. You're coming down a little bit too fast, so just pitch your nose up just a tiny bit. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now put the power back in and continue up at 400 feet a minute. Not as much power as you did the first time, but almost. Get the sight picture. There should be about 24, 2350 on the RPM. We want to be at 200 feet at 30 seconds. So you're climbing a little bit slow. So pitch your nose up just a little bit more. There's 31 seconds, you're 100 feet low. So you're going to have to make up that difference. Pitching your nose up just a little bit more and maybe adding 50 RPM on the power. You got 45 seconds. We want to be at 400 feet at 1 minute. 50, 53 seconds, 55, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, perfect. Reduce your power down to 1750. Get on your sight picture, get on your attitude indicator, get your wings level. Spend most of your time on there, okay? Got off your heading. Sneak it back around. You want to be at 200 feet at 30 seconds. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. There's our altitude. Now keep that sight picture. All right, you got 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's our time. Now we want to climb at 300 feet a minute. We want to end up at 300 feet above. So we want to be at 150 feet when we get to 1 minute, or 30 seconds. There's 16 seconds, 20 seconds. We're a little slow on the climb because we dropped down below our starting altitude.
Gwinnett Tower, Skyline 2359, X-ray ready for takeoff, runway 25.
2359 X-ray, Gwinnett Tower.
Okay, we're a little bit slow on our climb, so pick the nose up just a hair.
2359 X-ray.
We want to be at 300 feet when we get to 1 minute. Heading south. Okay, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, now reduce your power again down to like 1900. Get on your sight picture. And we want to be at 150 feet at 30 seconds. We're coming down nicely. Good sight picture. Watch your wings. Get back on your sight picture. The wings should be right on the horizon, a little bit below. Okay, there's 30 seconds. You need to increase your rate of descent just a little bit. Okay, there, that's a little bit too much. All right, there you go. There's 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, that's good. Let's abandon that maneuver. And now let's do a turn to a heading of north.
Left or right?
Left. power back in. That's good. Okay, you're doing good. Let's see where that comes out to be. All right, ready? Okay, go ahead and turn. Standard rate turn. Apply the instrument. At your altitude. Standard rate, we're at 20 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Roll it out. And we are at 320. That worked out pretty good. About
Gwinnett Tower, Cessna 737 Whiskey X-ray.
Okay, we're right over Geeksville Airport.
737 Whiskey X-ray, we're about 8 tier east-southeast, transition westbound south the airport to PDK at 2,500.
Okay, let's do a right turn let's get established and heading in north. Okay, so turn north, and then we're going to do a 180-degree turn to heading south. Get established, straight and level and north. And we're going to make it.
When they tell you ready.
Not quite yet.
180 degrees should be
2 minutes on the ground.
1 minute. Okay.
Let me know when you're ready. I do have your release.
So let's do a 1 minute turn to the right. Get established on north. Ready? Mark, get set, go. Try to maintain your altitude and your rate. You're a little bit fast on the turn. So get it back down to the, make it look right up here on that little pointer. Just to the left of that hash mark. Okay, in 1 minute we should be heading south. And we're at 30 seconds right now, and we should be heading east. We're a little bit fast on the turn. So take out some of the bank, just a little bit of the bank, and hold that for the rest of the time. Okay, we got 45 seconds now. Keep it turning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Roll it out. You're right on your heading. That's a timed turn, standard rate time turn. How do you feel about that? No big deal.
Sounds like a great way to get yourself out of inadvertent IMC.
It is, timing your turns. If they say turn 90 degrees to the left, you just turn, do a time turn. You get back on heading south, and let's do a climbing, straight ahead climb from 3,000 to 3,500, climbing at 500 feet per minute, or we're coming down, we're going to be at 250 feet at 30 seconds, heading west. You're turning a little bit too fast.
Gwinnett Tower, helicopter 442 Mike Whiskey requesting right close.
Helicopter 2 Mike Whiskey takes away Yankee for takeoff, make right traffic.
Okay, we're coming up on our heading of north, but we're not descending quite fast enough. You didn't pull the power back quite far enough. Okay, there's our heading. We've already got our heading. We're going past it. There's 3,000 feet. Just maintain heading north. And 1 minute, there's our time. Okay, that was the first part of the maneuver. And the second part would be you would reverse the turn to the left at the bottom, and you'd climb at 400 feet a minute for 1 minute. Descend descend at 400 feet per minute for 1 minute, you end up on that original heading and original altitude. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's take a break. You can take your goggles off. Relax for 2 minutes. Flying around that tower.
Oh, we had traffic right below us too.
Oh yeah, you're right below us, 300 feet below us. On the scope.
Like a Seneca or something?
I don't know. There's lots of traffic around here. That guy. But if they get too close, this thing will scream at you. That lady, she'll say, traffic, traffic. Okay, I think that's enough of a break.
Bonanza 3701 Zulu, inbound 10 miles from the southeast. I will be full stop with uniform.
November 3701 Zulu, Uneta information. Victor's not current. Wind calm, altimeter 3022. Report 3 mile left base for 25.
Not too busy over there.
And Victor, and left base for 25, 3 miles. You're
all right, you want to try that maneuver one more time?
Information,
Sure.
Or are you tired of it?
Well, let's give it a shot.
Okay. Let's start it out at heading north, 3,000 feet. Going to put the power into 2,400. Climb at 500 feet a minute. And a turn. We'll do a right turn.
Okay. You ready?
No, not yet. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Get that sight picture. That's the most important thing. If you can hold that sight picture, it'll work out every time. Just set the power. Set the power is good. We're looking for 30 seconds, 250 feet, 20 seconds. At 30 seconds, we should be east, 250. 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, keep climbing. You're good on the heading, good on the altitude. Heading into the sun. Keep climbing. Don't lose that sight picture. Okay, there's our south. And 1 minute. Now reduce your power. We're turning a little bit too fast. So take some of that bank out. Reduce the power to 1600. Get on the sight picture. Watch the sight picture. Got the nose, you're in a dive. Look at this right between the wings and the horizon. That'll give you your pitch. They're coming down a little bit fast. And when we're turning too fast, coming down too fast, turning too fast. So don't descend below 3,000. We're going to change our direction when we get to north. Put a little power back in so you don't descend. Hold that heading and let it fix up. We're way too fast. Got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to turn left. Climb at 400 feet a minute. Okay, there's our time. Go ahead and turn. We had to fix up our descent rate and our heading. Now we're climbing at 400 feet a minute. But we drop below our altitude, so we're going to have to increase our power to make up that difference. So at 30 seconds, we should be at 200 feet, and we're 100 feet low, but we're too fast on our heading.
Gwinnett Tower, helicopter 442, Mike Whiskey.
Okay, so at 1 minute, we should be at 400 feet. And we're way low, but we're good on our heading. Got 10 seconds to go to get to south and 400. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're 100 feet low, but we're right on our, well, we're a little bit fast on our bank. Now reduce your power and descend back down to 3,000. That standard rate back. Get your sight picture. At 30 seconds, you should be at 200 feet, heading east. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good on your heading, a little bit slow on your descent. But back on your sight picture. You're descending too fast. Get the nose back up. Okay, there's 45, 10 seconds to go. You're at 30 degrees to turn. Okay, get your nose back up. You don't want to descend below 3,000. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Reverse the direction and climb at 300 feet a minute for 1 minute. We're right on. Perfect right now. Add the power back in. Get back on your sight picture. You're going to be turning at the standard rate. Climbing at 300 feet a minute.
Look out, 2 Mike Whiskey takes away Yankee, clear the lane.
I climb all the way up to 3,300. And you should be at 30 seconds at 150 feet heading east. A little too fast on the turn. Okay on the climb rate. Yeah, 1 minute you should be heading south and you should be at 300 feet. So you're at 300 feet and there's your time. A little slow on the turn, but go ahead and reduce the power now to about 1900. Get on, back on your sight picture. Don't lose your sight picture. The nose is way too low. Okay, you're turning pretty fast.
Way too fast.
Be at heading west in 30 seconds. Oh, and you're dropping a little bit too fast. Okay, let's fix it up. Keep turning till we get to north. You can fix it up. You can't fix up the clock, but you can fix up everything else. But there's our heading. We're a little low on our altitude, so fix that up. Maintain that heading for 10 more seconds and 3,000 feet, and then you can change your direction and turn left. We're going to climb at 200 feet a minute. There's our time.
At our way.
Yeah, turn left. It'll make you sweat. Okay, we want to be at heading west at 100 feet. At 30 seconds. Okay, there's 33 seconds. Good on our turn. A little slow on our climb. Just stay on the sight picture. 10 more seconds to go back to south and 50 feet to climb. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Descend now. Down at 2,000 RPM. You don't want to reduce the power hardly at all. Put the power back in. Essentially, you're going to maintain your turn and fly straight and level. You're going to sneak it back down.
Gwinnett Tower, helicopter 442 Mike Whiskey, requesting right close.
Code for 2 Mike Whiskey, taxiway Yankee, clear for takeoff, right close traffic.
2 Mike Whiskey on the go.
The 200 foot per minute is the tough one. There's your altitude. Don't descend anymore. Got 10 seconds to go to get to heading north. Roll it out on north and 3000 and let the time go by. All right, there's our maneuver. That's the end of the maneuver. All right, let's get back to straight and level, and you can take your hood off for another break. Feel the engine running a little bit rougher than it normally does. Like we got a slightly fouled plug. All right. Well, how do you feel about all that?
A lot going on.
Yeah. Pretty intense, isn't it?
Well,
for you, being the kind of person you are, you pick up on this stuff really fast.
I'm grossly over-controlling the plane.
No, you're not. You're doing really good. And I can see where you're going to achieve perfection in that maneuver.
Well, here's the problem. The machinist in me.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
You know, using indicators all the time.
Yeah, this becomes very critical.
You know,
this is not the instrument type. It's not the dial indicator. This is the dial indicator. This is the sight picture.
Right. But
this is a dial indicator, and that's a dial indicator, and that is a dial indicator, and you're trying to achieve perfection in a three-dimensional dynamic world. I can see your brain.
I'm trying to hit 0 deviation from prime, and
it's like nailing Jello to a tree.
And it is very difficult.
But it's fun.
Man.
It's challenging.
It
is. Make you sweat.
It is challenging.
But that's the maneuver that the Navy teaches, so that you are looking at all the instruments at the same time. When you're in your machine shop, you're only looking at one instrument at a time. But with this, you gotta look at everything and have everything work out, including the clock. So you're looking at, really, you only have to look at this and this. These other instruments are now backup. If you use your altimeter and your airspeed indicator and your ball and your turn coordinator, it's all in the little glass cockpit. A fantastic invention right there. All right, let's finish off by doing a ILS approach into Gwinnett County Airport.
Okay.
And here's how we do that. We're going to dial up, we're going to hit direct.
Yep.
Let's slow it down to slow cruise level, like 80 knots. I'm going to punch in LZU in here. And
80?
FGHKL. D. U. Enter. There's our pink line that's going to take us back to LZU. But to get us set up for the instrument approach, this is just for your entertainment. You hit the procedure button. And that brings up the select approach menu. We're going to hit select approach by hitting enter. We're going to choose ILS runway 25. Enter. How do we want to get there? We want to go to Gwinnett intersection. Hit enter. We want to hit load. We want to hit GPS guidance is for monitoring only. Load approach. Yes. There's our approach. It's Gwinnett to procedure turn to Gwinnett. We're not going to do the procedure turn. We're just going to go straight in.
Whiskey taxiway, clear for takeoff, make right close traffic.
Now we want to go to procedure. I'm going to activate vectors to final. That'll just draw a pink line right straight down the runway. Okay, there's our approach back into Gwinnett County.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and turn left.
We need to get the weather from them, or the ATIS.
Well, let's go ahead and turn left a little bit so we get on the pink line. We'll get the ATIS right now.
2.13, altimeter 3021. Expect a visual
Victor, and we are
Information Victor Tom 1250
16 miles away.
Visibility 10. Sky condition scattered at 3,500.
Let's hold this heading.
Dew point 13. Altimeter 3021.
You got Victor?
Yeah.
Okay. See, we're navigating to the pink line. When we're on the pink line, this will come into the center. When we get over Gwinnett intersection, the glide slope will center up. But we have to push this little button down here to put it on V-lock. See, right now it's tracking the GPS.
Yep.
So we punch V-lock, and now it's coming into the center, so we can start turning straight in. As long as that needle's in the center, we'll be on the final approach course, and we're going to get chart. Here's a chart for the ILS. Okay, there's our chart. You can see it. And we don't even have it on the right frequency yet. We have to pop it up to 109.95. That'll bring those
There we
needles
go.
in,
Okay.
And we can also dial this one into 109. You have dual glide slopes in this plane. There you ID'd the that's not the right code. There's the code.
Yeah.
Dot dash dot dash.
That's it.
Okay, we got the right frequency. Now we just need to get the needle centered up. Okay, and then when we get to Gwinnett intersection, we will be 5 miles from the airport. So we want to call them when we're about 8 miles, 7 miles away. We're going to be heading, essentially we're northeast, inbound with information Victor. This is the approach plate, they call it.
Yep.
And this is the profile view. We want to start out at 3,000 feet where we are right now, and when we get to Gwinnett intersection, we want to drop it down to 2,800, which is 200 feet below where we are. And at that point, all we got to do is just fly the needles right down to the runway.
Yep.
But you got to make sure that you have this on V-lock, you have the frequency dialed in, 109.95, and 109.5 down here. These should match up. Needles in the center.
Let me give him a call.
Well, we don't have to call him quite yet. We're pretty far away. We're 12 miles from the airport. No, that's 7 miles to Gwinnett.
To our intersection.
To the final approach fix. And we're 5 miles past that.
Okay.
This is dialed up directly to the airport.
Okay.
So let's get this needle in the center. So our heading is going to be 250 is going to be the runway heading. We want to be flying straight into the runway. So let's make a correction angle. See how this is off to the, we're off to the right. So let's go ahead and turn. This is set up for, somebody keeps changing it to north up, and I hate that. I want track up. Okay, we corrected way too much. But you're heading, you went all the way to south. You're doing a 90-degree turn. You should just be doing just tiny little corrections to get to the to get us on the pink line. Okay, we're 11 miles out. We're northeast. we'll call them.
Gwinnett Tower, helicopter 442, request right close.
Touch 442, Mike Whiskey, taxiway Yankee, clear for takeoff, Mike right close traffic.
So we're 10 miles to the northeast, inbound with Victor. Give him a call.
Gwinnett Tower, good morning, Cessna 737 Yankee Echo. We are 10 miles to the northeast, inbound with Victor, full stop.
737 Yankee Echo, Gwinnett Tower, report a 2-mile final for runway 25.
2-mile final for 257 Yankee Echo.
And now we want to be at 2,800 feet. Go ahead and descend now to 2,800 because we are on a segment of the approach. You'll get that when you get your instrument rating. Level it out at 2,800 and just maintain your heading so that the needle stays in the center. And this should read 250 on the track. If you hold that on the track, you're going to stay right on the on the localizer. And we're intercepting the glide slope. It's over top of us.
Yep.
And we're level, and this is slanting down, so eventually we're going to intercept it. And it should be when we are over Gwinnett intersection. And remember that signal you got?
Yep, that's it.
That little blue light will come on when we are at Gwinnett intersection, and this will be in the center. That better work. So you were doing an instrument approach and didn't even realize it. Whoops. Okay, we're cruising down at 90 knots, which is good airspeed, and we are coming up on Gwinnett intersection. Gwinnett intersection is the holding fix. So if they told us to hold as published, we would just come inbound, we would do a left turn and get on the racetrack, and we would just circle around here till the weather cleared or till they gave us clearance for the approach. We're at 2,800, we're coming up on Gwinnett, this will start coming down. When this hits the center, the blue light will go off, it'll tell us exactly where we are without this moving map. This is not necessary. Now we can use this. We're at 1.6 miles from Gwinnett, and it's just now starting to come in. We're at 2,800. But when we get to Gwinnett, and this is centered up, and the blue light is flashing, the beep is going off, then we start our descent. We're going to start a 500 foot per minute rated descent, take us right down to the runway.
2 Mike Whiskey, taxiway Yankee, clear to land.
2 Mike Whiskey, clear to land Yankee.
Okay, so we're tracking 250, roughly, and we're coming up on Gwinnett. We're at 0.75 miles, right in the center. We're intercepting the glide slope, and the blue light should be going off here momentarily. Deeper. If it doesn't, then we have a problem. There it is. Blue light should be coming on.
That's it.
There it is. We're at the outer marker. Right under glide slope, right under localizer. Now all we gotta do is keep those needles centered, keep this flying at this heading. Now pull the power back a little bit. And now we're doing our pre-landing check. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, and the prop.
Prop.
And at this juncture we can put down 10 degrees of flaps. That's our approach flaps. And now we want to fly our attitude indicator, and we want to be descending at about 500 feet a minute. That should keep us on our glide slope. Right now we're at, when this blue lights goes off, we're at 5 miles from the runway. He said report 2 miles.
Yep.
So we're right on the glide slope, right on the localizer. Everything's working out. We have the radio set up with the right frequency. We have the V-lock showing there. If we don't have the V-lock, we'd be on GPS, but we'd still get the same indication.
But an erroneous indication.
Yeah. But we want to have that V-lock light showing, and then we want to be on 109.95. On the second radio, we got the same thing. So you got dual glide slopes, dual localizers. We have GPS. We have a backup
Gwinnett Tower,
GPS.
helicopter 442, Mike Whiskey, request right close.
Dr. Mike Whiskey, taxiway Yankee, clear for takeoff, night right, close traffic.
Going right down the,
Mike Whiskey on the go.
right down the center.
We're 70 Yankee Echo, runway 25, clear to land.
Clear to land 25, 70 Yankee Echo.
Now we don't have to call a 2 mile. All right. This is working out. I think you're understanding how instrument flying works. And if you got into trouble, I think you would survive what you know now. The whole idea of getting 3 hours of instrument training is just for emergency use. If
Get your rear end out of trouble.
Yeah, if you found yourself flying at night without a moon and you flew into a cloud bank, you wouldn't see it coming. And that happens. I mean, that's a common problem. Okay, you added some flaps in there and you're right on your glide slope. We're coming down. Now watch. Take a peek at this when we're right over the runway. When we're 100 feet over the runway, this will be exactly right on. You could theoretically fly this thing right down to the ground in a fog, in 0-0 weather, and it'll bring you right down to the ground. And you might be in a panic, but it would crash it on the runway, in the center of the runway. Right in the center, look at that. This is where we would be calling our missed approach when we get down to 1250. This is how close you can get to the runway in a fog. Okay, there's our 250 feet. That's actually 150. And we're right, see it, just right on. Right in the center, right on the glide slope. If you held that all the way to the ground, held that airspeed, you would crash on the runway with your eyes closed. Power all the way up.
Mike Whiskey, taxiway Yankee, clear to land.
Okay.
Mike Whiskey, clear to land.
Nice landing, nice flight. Oh, you looked in front of the nose of the plane at the last second. Other than that, it was a good landing. Slow it down. Turn off here.
Yankee Echo, taxi Echo Tango to the ramp. Have a good day.
Echo Tango to the ramp. Have a great day. See ya.
5 at Delta, 90 Whiskey.
A nice looking little airplane.
253, cross 25 at Delta, turn left, Whiskey 25.
4 at the flight school, with information, Victor. We gotta do some rounds on the traffic pattern.
What is that helicopter doing?
Oh, he's no factor. Cleared to taxi to the ramp.
253, cross 25 at Delta, turn left, Whiskey 25.
Roger 253.
November 90, Whiskey continue taxiing, cross 25 at Delta, turn left, Whiskey 25.
That's the 90 Whiskey, clear to cross 25 at Delta.
55404, Gwinnett Ground, runway 25, taxi via Tango Delta, hold short 25.
That's a little Piper
Taxi
Arrow.
via Tango, Tango Delta, hold short runway 25, 404.
Must be a V-tail day.
Yeah.
Good. In a Cirrus.
Yeah. There's a nice collection of Bonanzas. There's 836 over there, like mine. There's an old 172. Straight tail. This is an abandoned 310. There's a flight school airplane coming out.
Ground Bonanza 13 Romeo Kilo.
Bonanza 13 Romeo Kilo, going in ground.
Have Victor coming out of Air Harbor westbound to PDK, ready taxi.
3 Romeo Kilo, runway 25 taxi vehicles.
Whiskey down to 25, 13 Romeo Kilo.
Y'all clear mission Victor's current, wind currently calm, altimeter 3023.
Not that it matters, but at this point. That's Sam at 9:30?
No, 9 o'clock.
Oh.
I think he's running late.
Flip it around.
Yeah. All the way around. Very good.